So I guess this pandemic thing isn't over yet. About 3 months ago, I would walk up and down this road talking about positive psychology. How are we going to get through the pandemic? How can we deal with stress during COVID-19? I thought I would do that for maybe 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. But it appears this thing's going to be going on much longer than anticipated. Basically, my prediction is this is the new normal. Learning how to deal with the reality of a highly contagious virus. Everybody's hanging their hat on a vaccine, but what if the vaccine isn't as effective? Or what if the vaccine doesn't change everything the way that we think it's going to change? The other thing, because in this country, we love to hate each other. We love to explain how the other side and the other person's opinion is wrong. We love to jump on Facebook, Instagram, all the platforms, jump on the news, and just shout at each other. It's a pastime in America. So if you're conservative, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you call out the liberals. You're going to call them academic elites. You're going to say that they're Nazis or socialists trying to tell us how to live. And if you're a liberal, you're going to go on this, I don't know, social justice warrior, public health campaign, shaming people who won't wear masks. And you all double down. And then you get a guy like me, I don't even know. I guess I've tried to play it down the middle. I'm not even sure what I think. Maybe that's I might be the most honest guy in the room when I say, I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm not sure which side I lean on. I know I'll wear a mask. That's about as much as I know. So what if the tension and the stress and the economic uncertainty and the contagious nature of the virus is just something we're going to be living with for another year and a half, another 2 years? What if it's just, this is life on the other side of a pandemic? And if that's the case, we better start changing the conversations, because a couple newspaper articles about mental health needs or a couple newspaper articles about substance use disorder, some lip service here, some lip service there, nothing changes. If we are in the middle of a new normal, then what we have to understand is all of our institutions, everything about the way we respond to situations, they have got to change, because logically speaking, if it's a new normal, something different, then you have to do something different. The problem with the stress and the mental health issues around COVID-19, it's always there. It's like a slow drip in the background. It's not a major traumatic incident. It's a continuous traumatic incident. And then you add how it impacts people of lower income, people of color, those type of things who have no access to resources on a good day. Now you really start to see the depth of the problem. And I think people start to feel that. And unless you're a cold, heartless son of a bitch, you feel for those people, and that impacts you. I would imagine there are some cold, heartless son of a bitches out there. Let's just give people the benefit of the doubt. Let's pretend that most people, the majority of people, even at a subconscious level, do care about their fellow man. What you got to understand is that collective tension, that collective frustration, that collective fear, it builds up, it bubbles up. Human beings are social creatures. It's called emotional contagion. We catch each other's vibe. And when we watch things on TV, when we hear things in the news, what it does is it slowly adds to the problem. And then you throw in the very real issues that are going on for a lot of people, getting laid off, dealing with the healthcare concerns. If you have a substance use disorder issue, an escalation in use, if you have a pre-existing mental health condition, an escalation in symptoms. What happens is, you think of it as a bucket. It just overflows eventually for people. But it doesn't mean that they have a diagnosable mental health issue. I've talked about this before. What it means is they need some support. They're going to need somebody in their corner. And what I think we need to do is work on changing the culture and being more open-minded to where that support comes from. Because if we think that we are just going to man up and hire enough social workers to take phone calls or ramp up our telehealth services, we're out of touch with the depth of the problem. It is impacting everyone. It impacts me. It impacts my family. It's impacting everybody. This is a different type of animal. This is a wicked problem. Wicked problems require new solutions. So what I propose is a brand new way of thinking about it. You start with carpet bombing the world with really highly engaging information, education. There's a lot of momentum around that type of stuff. There's a lot of folks willing to do that. There are celebrities willing to jump on the board around mental health and getting people to take care of themselves. So you start to create this groundswell of it's okay to not be okay. And then you back up. For those folks who might need more help, you back it up by two things. One is like legit clinical services. Like in a company, you do have to have an EAP. I'm totally down with that. But listen, most folks aren't going to go use the EAP. You back it up with other types of coaching. Not life coaching, very specific stress management resiliency coaches. I would recommend, based off a positive psychology model, but quite frankly, I don't care. Somebody who is trained in listening and talking compassionately, keeping your head in the game, helping the person be a problem solver. The people that are calling with problems, their issues don't fit into a box. They are not the typical diagnostic issues that we've seen in the past. I'm going to give you one example. I've talked about this before. Right now, in today's world, you do not have an anxiety disorder if you're reacting to the situations in the world. It's called affect appropriate to situation. You are a normal person having a normal reaction to abnormal situations. You shouldn't have to see a mental health therapist, but you should see a coach. You should see somebody. Things are going to get real screwy if we don't wrap our mind around a new paradigm. All right, well, I guess I'm going to be walking up and down this road a lot longer than I anticipated. Hope to see you soon. Be good.